Hey guys.
Hi guys.
Alrighty, so we have a box here full of Quantum Mechanix stuff that they sent us to take a look at to show you guys. And it actually came at really good timing because we saw some things at the New York Toy Fair that we thought, okay, wow, let me take a look at Quantum Mechanix a little more in depth. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to show you what they sent us, and then we'll go into more about some of the new things that they're coming out that we're interested in. And I think maybe you guys should probably take an interest in too.
Definitely.
Or you guys probably will take an interest, I should say, when you see some of the stuff that's coming. Now, if you're not familiar with Quantum Mechanix, it actually started off doing on-screen miniatures and props for actual Hollywood. So that's what they started off doing. They worked in Hollywood, they did props and things for movies. Well, eventually, like many companies, they kind of mold themselves into something new until we finally get licensing merchandise, and that's where we're at now. They're not very big. They're kind of starting off doing vinyl figures.
They're making this transition.
1/6 scales, yeah. So some of the stuff they have is actually really good.
So let's start off with the first thing they sent us, and it is Jayne from Cowboy Bebop, the anime. This is the corgi dog from the show that's like super genius. It is so funny. I really adore the show. This is super cute, and I love having it as a plushie.
So if you're not familiar with Cowboy Bebop, I wouldn't be shocked because a lot of people, I mean, it's a big anime, but a lot of people don't know about it.
It's an older anime.
It's actually good.
It's very, very good.
It's one of the first ones that I ever saw. It's sort of Guardians in the Galaxy a little way. You got bounty hunters around the galaxy. Some of them have weird backgrounds, and then you have your animal,
yes,
which I guess is
Rocket and Jayne, because, you know, they're kind of the same.
Except he's very quiet, like he's a dog who doesn't really talk. But he does human things, and he's super intelligent. Of course, Einstein, get it? Yeah. I mean, if you guys haven't seen the show, I would highly, highly recommend it. It is very sort of adult action. It's everything that I think somebody maybe at our age would enjoy. Because it's just, it's got a very adult.
It has some adult themes to it.
Yeah, it's a good show.
These guys are cute. They're fuzzy.
Continuing on with what Quantum Mechanix has as far as plushies, stuffed animals goes, we are into Firefly now, and we have the Jayne Cobb teddy bear.
I love this because of Jane Bear, Jane Eyre. You pointed that out earlier, and I was
Jane
like, that's
Bear,
awesome.
Jane Eyre, yeah. So if you guys are familiar with Firefly, you know who Jayne is. He's like the big dude. He's crazy. He's kind of the muscle, the meat in a way.
And kind of a god.
Yeah, and he's sort of crude in a way too.
Yes.
And the bear, it's funny because you never would think of him as a teddy bear for one.
No,
I mean,
definitely not.
I guess you kind of could, but he's got his Troublemaker t-shirt on, his cargo pants, and then that famous hat that his mom made him that everybody make fun of.
Yeah, but it's cute. I love how it's pulled down over his eyes so you can't even see his eyeballs.
I really like it.
Yeah, what was it that thing that guy said to him about his hat?
It was like, any man that walks down the street or something like that with that hat on must not be afraid of anybody or something like that. I don't know, don't quote me exactly, but it was funny, I remember that.
Another Firefly plushie that we got is Kaylee the Mechanic. She is super cute. Now, if you don't know who she is, she's known for being super cheerful and bubbly and just always having a positive outlook on life. Kind of sounds familiar a little bit. Now, they've dressed the bear in things that Kaylee's known for in the show, which makes sense. She has her flowered shirt on underneath her green overalls, which is super cute, but her green overalls have her patches on them, which is fantastic. My favorite thing that they've done with the patches is instead of where her bear normally is in the show, they put her as a patch with her rainbow umbrella. How fantastic is that?
So I guess since it's a bear,
yes!
They swapped it on you.
Flipped it, 180'd us.
That's
pretty super
cool.
Cute.
Yeah, I like that. And she's very,
she's super fluffy.
Yeah, this one's not like Jayne, where Jayne is more teddy bear.
I was gonna say, this one seems more boyish and mannish, and this is just super soft and cuddly.
Very
more
red.
Feminine. Yes.
Yeah, but they look cool together. I like them. Up next, we're going to take a look at a couple things from Supernatural that Quantum Mechanix does, and it is their Mini Master figure set. These things are actually really interesting.
They're very detailed, they're super nice, and they're very similar to their Q-Figs, but I think they're a little bit better.
Yeah, they're like minis. These are, I don't know anything that's like this. You know, a lot of companies do vinyl figures. It's just something people do. They're cheap to mold, and, you know, you can put a lot of artwork in them. These are actually more of the character than cartoon. You know, they actually try to match those portraits really well. I think these are actually really cool.
These are really, really nice. I love the dynamic poses and the wrinkles in the jeans. They're fantastic.
A lot of movement. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
there's a lot of movement.
Look at Sam's jacket, how it's moving.
It's like blowing in the wind, and I like how it curves around his body.
I'll tell you one thing, of course the portrait is really good for a vinyl figure.
Especially that size.
In that size, you get a lot of detail on the size, and that's hard to do. I will admit, though, the paint apps on these are really nice.
They are. I wasn't expecting the paint apps to be that great, but you can see the two tones in his pants and even in the crease of his jacket.
Yeah, it's very grungy in a way. If you look at
grungy.
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
Now with Dean, you have a lot of the similar characteristics. You have the two-tone pants that actually look like jeans. His jacket is swaying with the curve of his body. The bag even looks like it's got movement in it,
nice
too.
cargo bag. Yeah.
Of course. And then his arm looks wonderful going out with the dagger in it. Also, his portrait is done really well. You can see that typical poof of hair that he has in the front. I really like that. And you can see the individual strands of hair.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, overall, for these Mini-Master figures, what I like about them most is they're so layered.
They are. Look, you can see the muscles in his chest. I noticed that as I turned it.
I mean, that's what I'm talking about. You can see body frame in it, then a shirt on top of that, then a jacket on top of that.
They started at the base and they built up.
Really, really exciting to see little figures like this. Now, I did talk to Quantum Mechanix and ask them about this line, because I thought this line was something, number one, I think a lot of people would be kind of interested in. The price point is really good. And I was wondering, is there anything else you guys are doing in this line? They're going to be doing Firefly. It seems like right now they're going to be exclusive to the Firefly crate from Loot Crate. It's a $35 box, so check that out, guys, if this looks like something you guys would want to collect in Firefly. And finally, probably the thing Quantum Mechanix the most. If you're a Loot Crate subscriber, as you watch the channel a lot, the Q-Figs, formerly known as the Q-Pops. We have a lot of these, actually. Now, these aren't even the only ones we have. We have a Hulk and a few other ones. These are different. They're so different.
I like these so much because every single one of them has a different pose and a different scene going on.
Yeah.
Exactly.
A lot of the vinyl figures that you collect, they're very static.
Yes, they are.
They just sit there, they stand there, whether it's a pop or Loyal Subjects, or an X-Ray figure, any kind of the vinyl figures that you collect, like you said, they're very static.
They're static,
they just stand
there's not
there.
much movement.
Where these interact with their environment.
Exactly. Look at this. I mean, you have so much motion going on. You have a scene. It's just wonderful.
I was a huge fan of the Deadpool. That came in Loot Crate.
Yeah, because it's like, boom, he's exploding off of that.
Yeah, these are really great. I mean, look at the fire in that. That is fantastic.
One thing that they're doing that's coming up really soon that's exciting is they're going to have lights in these.
We saw Poison Ivy has one. There's an Iron Man one coming out. They're a lot like the Deadpool where they're sort of clear, but there's a light in the base.
Right.
And it's like $20. So these are $14.95, I believe, and the one with the light will be $19.95.
Yeah, so $5 more to have a really cool light.
But even $20 to have a vinyl figure like this, that's still pretty good. Like,
it's a good price.
That's not bad at all. I mean, considering most of the things even like the X-ray figures are $20.
Right.
They're just
it seems like a
pops
lot
are
of.
going
I was
up
gonna
too,
say
like
pops are
$12.
going up too.
The one question that a lot of people asked in the community that are pop collectors and vinyl collectors, and we'll show you the Q-Figs that they sent us in a minute. What happened to the name Q-Pop?
Yes, people are so curious, and we have an explanation for it.
We finally got one. So they did change it. It wasn't because of any licensing problem or anything. They just realized that it was confusing a lot of the consumers.
Right, it was too similar.
Yeah, so they were just like, well, let's change it. And Fig makes a lot more sense than Pop. It explains the product a little more. So I think it's a good idea to change it to Q-Fig. Now, talking about Q-Fig, let's look at the ones they sent us. These ones I'm looking at like, okay.
Yeah, they're doing some good stuff.
They are doing some good stuff. So the first one they sent us is Captain America. So let's take a look at him. This is Avengers Captain America. He's got the suit on from the movie. And he's sort of like on there, like overlooking what's going on. A lot like the Batman Q-Pop.
Yes.
Yeah, he's saluting. He's got that heroic pose.
Yes, he's still in soldier mode.
I like the bases on these, that thin red line around the base. I dig that. I think that's really kind of fancy. The detail on these guys are really great for how small they are.
Right, there's so much detail in his suit and his shield and everything about him, even his armor.
Very stylistic, very sculpted. Just an overall nice piece. Now let's get to DC and go on with Flash. This one I'm really excited about. These are the things that make me excited about the Q-Figs, is exactly what's going on in this. So let me show you. Now, if you're familiar with Q-Pops and Q-Figs, you know the little poster board sort of speech bubble that pops up here that comes with it. I'm not a fan of these, actually. I don't put them on mine. I keep them off because I don't see the point, but I think it's cool because it kind of gives you the option. Flash just says, I like my coffee with cream and 37 sugars. I'm sure you do.
Yes.
But here's what I'm excited about with the Q-Fig. When you take a look at this Flash, it's got a lot of movement. That's obvious. Q-Fig does really well. Quantum Mechanix
I love how
really
you can see the air blowing and breaking there.
Yeah, you see the speed, of course, with it's stretched, yellow. Everything is yellow on and it's stretched because how fast he's running. And then you have those clear bubbles on the ground. That's smoke. I mean, that's what it's trying to say that it is.
It's like he's breaking the sound barrier.
Yeah, that's what I'm a fan of. Because it gives us so much movement.
I like the emotion in his face. He is so gleeful and just so happy.
They do capture a lot for being cartoony.
They really do.
Now, the bases seem to be a little different on the DC ones than the Marvel. Marvel all has a thin red line.
Yes, they do.
Where it seems that DC just has a solid black base. I don't know if they're keeping that or if that's actually what it's supposed to happen. I don't know if it's a design deal or what. Nonetheless, very cool. I think the Flash one is one of my favorites.
Now, one of my favorites that I'm really excited about is the Spider-Man one.
Yeah, I forgot about the Spider-Man
so nice.
one. This one is really awesome.
Let me open it and show you what we're talking about. Okay, this is why I'm excited. Look at that movement. This is so wonderful. You have his web, which feels like it's made of rubber.
Yeah.
He's hanging from this street lamp and he's holding a camera, taking a photo. This is such a nice Q-Fig. I'm excited to see what they're going to do with this in the future.
You guys want to look at one Q-Fig and decide what's going on with Quantum Mechanics? It's this one, the Spider-Man, I guess I should have said. I said the Flash. I really like the Flash,
Spider-Man.
but I really forgot about what the Spider-Man would look like.
Look at that. Even the black lines in his outfit, that's so small, and a lot of other people have a difficult time painting that. They do not have a hard time with it.
This one would have been a really cool one with lights.
Yes.
But if they put the headlamp in it,
right.
that would have been really, really cool. It's like they pulled this character directly off a comic strip, maybe from like Scotty Young or something.
Oh, yes, definitely.
They're so fun.
Mm-hmm. I just really love how Spider-Man's interacting in his environment, and I cannot wait to see what they're going to do with the future of this line. And finally, my line that I'm really excited for, like I'm excited for Spider-Man, that one was great, but this is it for me, guys. It is Harry Potter. They got the Harry Potter license, which is super difficult for a lot of people to get.
And exciting.
And exciting. So I can't wait. Let's open them up. I typically don't like these word bubbles, but I really like it on this one because you can write so many different spells where Harry is super gleeful and excited. And they have captured that glee on his face. Like the moment he gets his wand, when the wand chooses the wizard, my friend. It's so wonderful.
Talking about how we always talk about how it has movement in these Q-Figs.
Yes, you can see a scarf blowing in the wind. And I love how they have the big glasses on there. I'm kind of disappointed he doesn't have the frames that wrap around his face, but that's okay. I do like this.
That'd be probably too hard to do with something like that.
And plus, this is a new style of Harry Potter, so I dig it.
Now, I think the style of these Q-Figs works really well with the Harry Potter line.
Definitely it does, because the Harry Potter line has been, a lot of the books anyways, have been re-envisioned and they're getting new covers, so it's nice to see different takes on Harry and what people imagine.
And doesn't he look like some of them on the covers?
He does look like him. He has the messy hair, the super chibi
big
face.
old eyes.
Yes, I love him.
So with Harry Potter, this is another line I had to ask about. Obviously, Ashley's super excited about this, so what's happening with the Harry Potter line? Is there going to be more of them? Now, we did get to see New York Toy Fair. There is one coming out where he's on his broom.
That one looks really good.
Nimbus 2000, I should say. Sorry, Harry Potter fans. Sorry. The Nimbus 2000. My bad. But that one looks really nice. Got a lot of movement again. That's the overarching theme here for Q-Figs. They have a lot of movement.
Right.
They're very dynamic, and that's awesome. That's a good thing to have, especially in a figure this inexpensive for one, and this detailed also. But where are the other figures? Because Harry Potter could have so many people, so many characters doing so many things.
I need a Voldemort. I need a Severus. I need a Bellatrix. I could go on.
Could that be the first 2-pack of Q-Fig with Voldemort and Harry Potter going at each other? That could be really cool.
That has to happen!
So basically the information I got is it could be another 12 months before we see more Harry Potter figures. And the reason for that is they're a small company.
Right.
So they're not as big as Funko. It's not like they can spit these things out every few days.
Which is
takes a while.
Nice because it makes you have the anticipation of the hunt.
Yeah.
And then it also makes you want to just sit there and wait and like, oh my god, is it coming? And you have a countdown.
The days of early Funko were that way.
Right, exactly.
You got maybe one a month, maybe.
Maybe, if you were lucky.
And it was. You got a lot of anticipation, and the new lines, you're like, yes! A lot of stuff gets oversaturated now, obviously, just because Funko's so big now, they can get any license they want and shoot it out. Where Quantum Mechanix is on sort of that lower level, working their way up. And that's exciting. It's exciting to kind of get in with a company early on and just see where they go.
Well, it's exciting because if this is the ground floor, I can only imagine what the top level is going to be like.
No kidding. So that's what they sent us. I wanted to show you that, guys, but I also want to talk about some more things that we saw from Quantum Mechanix that sort of opened our eyes up to them. They do a lot of things, first off. Like we said, they started off as Hollywood props. So they do props. They do very detailed, very expensive, very amazing props, actually.
Yes, it's the Artisan Master series, and they're so nice. I
saw a Serenity on there that literally looked like you could pluck it. It's unbelievable. So they go like super high quality, very expensive stuff, all the way down to, cheap vinyl figures. So they do it all.
They have something for somebody from $15 to like a couple grand, whatever you want to spend.
Yeah. The thing I saw, though, that opened my eyes the most at the Toy Fair was the cutaway ships that they're working on.
Yes!
Holy
crap.
crap.
I have to have some of these.
So what they showed off was the Millennium Falcon. This thing was amazing. There was over 1,000 parts on this thing. So basically what it is, it's a Millennium Falcon with the top cut off.
Yep, it's just like, sloop.
Yeah, and you can see inside of it's got all hallways. Okay, so this is everything that I loved when I was a kid. Like Micro Machines, Mighty Max, the little things, Polly Pocket. It just gives you so much imagination when you're a kid because you think, what's going to go over here?
Well, it's so
what am I
nice
going to do over there?
because when you're
this is the adult form of
right.
it.
Well, when you're watching this on TV or in the movies, you're like, man, I wonder what's in the entire
What's around that
ship.
corner?
Right.
How does it
this
lay out?
opens it up. You're like, oh my god, it's like dissection. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, it's literally a 3D blueprint or a dissection of ship. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what they go with that. They did say this one might take a while to get into production because
there's so much.
There's so much to do. They got to figure out what they can mold and keep price wherever they want to go. But they did say that they're going to expand that to different ships. So maybe we'll get an Enterprise.
I hope we get an Enterprise.
That would be awesome. Maybe even a Batwing or something. I don't know. They do some Batman stuff. I actually have something on pre-order from them. It's the Batman vs. Super Batarang. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
And it's actually metal.
That.
It's 1-to-1 scale. It's amazing.
Which could be scary. 1-to-1 scale.
It's amazing. So they do deal with DC. They have all the licenses that you need right away.
Yeah.
You got Warner Brothers. You got Marvel. You got all that kind of stuff. This is the stuff that you would want to start with. So it's exciting.
They got a lot of the big names.
The cutaways are the number one thing that I'm surprised with. There is a number two thing. It's a close second, but it's equally as amazing, and that's their 1/6 scale figures. They are amazing.
Yes, they are. They're Star Trek. The Spock looks wonderful. I love how they have the live long and prosper. I mean, what is Spock without that?
Portraits look amazing. The clothing look fantastic.
Right.
I mean, it's basically a hot toy. Now, they're also working on Firefly, it looks like, too. So they got Malcolm on there, too. I would say that this one sits sort of in the middle of a hot toy and maybe a Star Ace.
That's what I was going to say.
Seems a little better than Star Ace, because Star Ace, I don't think their paint apps are quite up to par.
Not necessarily. I mean, sometimes their face sculpts aren't quite where they should be either, but it's a good price point.
And you really can't touch hot toys. I mean, that's just what they do. But this is in the middle somewhere.
It's a close second.
Yeah, it'll make you happy. If you're a Star Trek fan, you're gonna be fine with these face sculpts. They look amazing. Now, statues, figures, and props aren't the only thing Quantum Mechanix does. They also do art prints. Now, this is a thing they're really good at. You caught notice of it because of the Harry Potter.
Definitely.
If you guys want to take a look at these, go to their website, QMX Online. We'll put a link down below. Amazing.
They're wonderful. The Harry Potter prints are different colors, which is nice because it focuses on different colors for different characters and different scenes. It's wonderfully done.
One thing we didn't notice, though, we looked at the prints and we're like, we collect prints, we like art. And one thing we didn't notice until we kind of looked into it, we have some actually.
We do!
Check this out, guys. I don't know if I can get on camera. It's awfully big.
Baby.
But you can see it is the bombshell. Now we have a few of these actually.
Sort of, you can see. Yeah, there
because
you go.
Of course Ashley is a huge bombshell collector.
I mean, of course, I have a ton of them.
These look amazing next to their statue counterpart.
They do.
And Quantum Mechanix makes these too. So we were kind of shocked.
These. I love this one. This is one of my favorites because it has all of her shows at the bottom that says it's sold out.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what they did, like artwork, props, because it is amazing.
Right.
Like, they did do some really great stuff. Beautiful Aunt Lucia artwork on it. So, big fan. It looks like an old poster. Of course, Black Canary with her bombshell, she's singing. She's a singer, so it's cool to, do that sort of in a music poster. Really, really cool idea. So props on the art prints, too. So, I mean, what we've learned about Quantum Mechanix is that they are a vast company doing a lot of different things.
Yes, they cover many products and many different licenses, which is wonderful.
Yeah, and I'm excited for the future. I mean, there's a lot of things in there that I want to see where they're going to go. Of course, being a Batman fan, I really want to see what they're doing with Batman.
I want to see what they're doing with Harry Potter, of course.
Yeah, I knew it as soon as we got the loot crate and realized that this wasn't normal. Okay?
Yes.
We went from this, the Q-Pop Batman, which was very just sort of cartoony, not super detailed, and, maybe not my favorite thing, to this.
Right, this is so dynamic. Wow. It's beautifully done.
Yeah, I mean, just great. This is fantastic. You'll be able to actually find these at, like, Hot Topic, Barnes & Noble, Box Lunch, Think Geek, Entertainment Earth. You can find them about anywhere now if you guys are out on the look. But to end the video, what is your favorite thing that came in the box?
My favorite thing that came in the box, I love the Harry Potter Q-Fig. It's wonderful, but this Spider-Man one is definitely my favorite. Yeah. I've never seen anything like this, and I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, see, I really like the Flash, but I forgot. Like, my favorite thing they've done is the Deadpool. The Deadpool is great.
Really?
Yeah, I think the Deadpool is fantastic. It's nice. I love it. But yeah, the Spider-Man one, and some of the ones that are coming out in the future.
Yeah.
I mean, the light up thing is going to be fantastic.
I can't wait
Poison
to see
Ivy.
that.
Iron Man's up next, so keep an eye on the Iron Man. He's going to have a light up base. It could be our next collection of models.
I think it is.
Alrighty guys, so that was the video. We'll put a link down below to their website so you can see all the products that they offer. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks guys.
Bye.
Bye.